Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a start of a brand new Let's Play. This is Life of a Samurai and we are playing on the incredible Shokuho mod overhaul for Mount & Blade to a Bannerlord. This mod is going into its first staggered release in June. They haven't given an official release date quite yet, a specific one, but it is releasing in June, so be sure to keep an eye on the channel and of course follow them over on their Discord. I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. But to go and celebrate that, I thought it'd be a great idea to start my very own adventure on the channel, becoming a life of a samurai, starting off as a simple soldier and hopefully training with the ways of the blade, rising through the ranks of Oda Nobunaga, experiencing everything this mod has to show, and then eventually, maybe one day, becoming daimyo, emperor, king of the world. Who knows? But Shokuho is definitely one of those mods that we dreamt about when Bannerlord first released, after having so many incredible mods from Warband and just being like, oh, one day Bannerlord is going to be like that. Well, this is definitely one of the first that just completely fulfills that prophecy. This mod is incredible. There's so much detail, so much to do, not only the armors, the siege maps, the battle maps, the campaign map, all of that stuff is beautiful, but the mod even has fully working naval battles before War Sales even comes out. They did it themselves, so I think it's just absolutely awesome, and there's so much more to mess around with. So let's dive in. Also, obviously, if you guys are enjoying this, looking forward to this series, I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a like and a comment down below. It helps out massively, goes an extremely long way. This series will be uploaded basically every day, if not every other day, so if you guys missed any of the episodes, you can check out the entire playlist down below in the description and in the pinned comment, and I'll put my mod list up on your screen right now so you guys can check out for when this mod does eventually drop in June. You guys will be able to see what I'm playing with, and if you want to copy it, you're more than welcome to. But for the most part, it's nothing crazy. It's an XP mod. I'm using RBM, but I've turned off a bunch of the stuff. I've got like cinematic combat on just for a few more cinematic engagements, but it is a very bare mod list. So we get a good option about choosing where we want to start, and of course if we're planning on fighting for Oda Nobunaga, we're going to need to stick around somewhere in the central parts of Japan because this campaign map is huge, so starting all the way off into the west, which would be fun, and these have some really good abilities as firearm troops are incredible in this mod. Hard to get, but still very, very good. It's going to take us a long time to march our way all the way over, and that's valuable time we could be leveling up. The actual culture that Oda is obviously this one right here, which is not bad whatsoever. The army cohesion loss is very nice. Keeping that army together is always good. However, I think the one we're going to pick right here is the Tosan. The ability that units have less penalty moving through difficult terrain is really nice, and especially if you go off into the northeast part of the map, there is a lot, and I mean it, there is a lot of trees, forests, etc., mountainous areas that are going to be hard to deal with, so that's going to come in clutch and just be a really powerful thing as we go throughout the game. One thing this mod has done as well is it's got a completely custom skeleton sprite for the characters as well, so you'll see these guys are very unique. When you do go and randomize, you'll see all the differences as well. There's several. Again, obviously this doesn't really matter too much what you look like in the game, because a lot of the time you've got armor on, fully clad, but yeah, let's just pick ourselves a nice little man. Yeah, here we go. This will be the dude who will push us forward. Now, we are going to be serving as a soldier, so really the stats we want to be looking on is, of course, two-handed, a really interesting, I guess, mechanic of it being in feudal Japan is the fact that there are basically no shields in the game whatsoever, so two-handed weapons with katanas and big old polearms are going to be really powerful because it's going to be much harder for the AI to actually block. We're going to start off the game with some pretty combat heavy stats. I think that's going to be our most useful things, and then we'll be diversifying a little bit more into like stuff like leadership, charm, etc. as we go on in the campaign. I also ended up sticking a point in smithing because it could be kind of interesting to maybe try and smith ourselves a really legendary katana later on in the campaign. We're not going to be using it for money or anything, because I don't think that's hard to get by anyway. We're of course going to be playing on the hardest difficulty, not that it's anything too crazy. I don't think they've adjusted any of the difficulty markers whatsoever in the game. And then here we are on the absolutely beautiful and massive campaign map of Shokuho right here. From the northern parts of the map, which are of course very mountainous, there's only a couple mountain passes and roads that you can make your way through. You can see all the forests just scattering in the mountains, blocking off your passes, and then you make your way more into the open lands of the Hojo right here, make your way past the glorious volcanoes and other rivers that go through Japan. You make your way up into Kyoto as you go further down right here, looking very beautiful, surrounded by bustling towns. You continue to make your way over to the west as you go through the Mori lands, which are, I think, one of Japan's largest daimyo's kingdoms at this point. They have a lot of territory out there, obviously utilizing the naval combat, the ships, to get their soldiers and obviously be very profitable by trade. In the south here, you have the other warring clans fighting for dominance of this island, the strongest one right there being the Shimazu. And we are thrust into this world. So one of the first things I think we're going to obviously do is level up our stats. They have adjusted a bunch of these. I don't know to what extent, but a lot of these upgrades, even though they're the same picture, etc., they are actually different. Like some of the stuff that break shields have all been changed as well. I'm just trying to look. Yeah, this one like right here is instead of shield slayer or shield breaker, I think it normally is, now it's about slaying people on top of mounts. So there has been some changes here, and I guess we'll find them out together. But we are going to probably just go with handling. Handling is really useful. Movement speed is kind of a cool idea, being able to get away a lot quicker. But yeah, having be able to wield the katana that a little bit more effectively is going to be very useful. We're also going to probably dump all our points in just for a max learning rate. The sooner we get really good stats there, the better. We're also going to probably stick a couple more points in endurance. So we have 5 endurance, 5 vigor. We'll probably spend the next 2 focus points we get into athleticism, just have an absolute monster build. You know, we're going to be a good swordsman, because there's also very, very cool mechanics in this as well, where there's actually like dueling centers and you can rise your ranks through fighting certain heroes and stuff. So that's going to be an important stat, and we'll immediately stick that one in there. So let's make our way over. The wars are going to erupt fairly soon. As I say it right here, we have Ashia Yoshikari, I butchered that one, with the aid of Oda Nobunaga, have declared themselves the rightful shogun of Japan. The armies of the Oda clan march on Kyoto. If they manage to wipe out any resistance in their way, Yoshikai will become the new shogun of Japan. You're going to have to obviously bear with me and give me a little leeway with the pronunciations. My pronunciations, for the most part, are never good, and I will try my best, and feel free to give me tips down below in the comments. I always very much do appreciate it. But yeah, now the wars have erupted, so I've also changed some of our diplomacy settings as well, as this mod does integrate diplomacy into its campaign, and I've adjusted it so that wars should last roughly around about 120 days. I think that's probably one of the better ways of doing it, making wars last longer, because sometimes you just can't really trust the AI to recreate their own ones. We also have access to our own camp as well if we wanted to set up a camp with our army. Right here we can promote units and read books, and there's going to be other stuff we can do right there. But yeah, we're going to be looking for an army to join. I am obviously, as I said, going to be joining Oda right here. He looks like an absolute monster on the battlefield as well. He's fought in several battles when I've test run this campaign, like an absolute chad. But one thing you have to be a little bit cautious of, just because how Bannerlord works in general, is a lot of the time, and there he is right there as well with his awesome helmet. Yeah, a lot of the time the faction leaders don't unfortunately join up with the main armies, so you actually just have to kind of wait around and wait for an army to form and then look to maybe join, because yeah, for some reason faction leaders are just too expensive to join main armies. Sometimes I'll leave them, but yeah, you have to be a little bit cautious. So whilst we're waiting for this war to fully erupt as everybody recruits up their soldiers, there's going to be a few tournaments that we can do. Again, we're going to really struggle with these tournaments. We've got RBM on some, we got the posture system on. I felt like it was actually a really cool thing to have the posture system on, because again, it's all about just dueling. There's no easy shields, so it's about skill, and I kind of like that with the system that, you know, is going to actually come into play. But it does also mean that we are just not going to do well right here as Oda himself comes in. We're going to slice away and hopefully we can 2v1 him. This is very lucky, but even still, the blade is not going to be doing good. But we managed to take him down, which is nice. Dodge his bowman, and then we can go after here. You can also see as well that I have no armor and my posture is absolutely wrecked. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool. We'll block that again, and then we'll go down just to finish him off. We got locked into a little bit of an animation there with cinematic combat, which actually came out to our better right there. We'll continue to go on. I'm not spending any of our money. Okay, look how much better armor everybody's in. Oh my god, they're chasing me as well. So we're going to hopefully utilize this to do the good old 3v1, and we'll let them kill each other, and then we'll come in and we'll just make our way through because I don't fancy our chances right here. Okay, we can try to take this guy down, but again, his stats are going to be so much better than me as he just literally cuts me in half right there. Well, I so blocked that. You saw my blade going over there. The slow-mo took me off guard though. But it doesn't matter. We made it through. We made it through. And again, these are all just really good training time. Oh my god, why are you coming after me? Okay, well, this isn't good. Maybe our small blade can just... No, okay, our small blade can almost certainly not deal with it as he just knocks me down. We can take command of this guy, though, and just 1v1. He's going to push us down, though. We'll block that. Be careful. Oh, my God, I just cinematic combat out of that. Okay, we can block that. Okay, at least this guy has good stats. We just broke his posture, which is good. We'll block that again. We just need a... Oh, that was a... Yeah, okay, he did just break for a little bit. Luckily, these blocks are not too bad. But this could be a pretty long combat. Oh, come on. We just need to knock him down. There we go. 19 damage, and we did do it. However, there's no way I beat this guy in the final unless it's like an archer final. Oh, it is an archer final. Okay, so these are really pretty good to do. You just have to, like, time it. Okay, we got so lucky. Even still, though, we are going to really struggle here. We just have to dodge, and he can still hit me. And look how much more damage he does than me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, we managed to just about survive that. Yeah, he hits me like once more and we're dead. Oh my god, literally in the head, yeah. Even with us trying to abuse the AI, it's so hard with low athleticism to do that. However, we would have gained some good stats from that. Even though we didn't win the tournament, it would have been nice to make a name for ourselves. But we've got to level up our stats somehow. And you can see, just from that as well, we've already up to almost 50 two-handed skill right there, which is really nice. Our athleticism took a little bit of a bonus as well. So again, you can't really complain too much for that. We're going to go look around for another tournament. Maybe we'll be able to find one. And I'm hoping an army will be risen soon by Oda. Because again, as I said, they are currently waging war against the current Shogun, I believe, or the current, yeah, they're currently at war with these guys, and I believe also with the, no, they're not. Okay, cool. So yeah, so the Miyoshi aren't currently being called in quite yet. So I think for the most part, we have a little bit of time still until the wars fully kick off. I say that we have an army right here that we can talk to. Cool, yeah, so Oda actually already has an army up right here. Cool, so yeah, let's go join up in his ranks then, because he's going to be one leading the armies. As I said, unfortunately, faction leaders just don't bring their forces to bear in armies, and it's annoying, but it is what it is, whereas these guys do. So let's go ahead and say one on the list in his army. He's going to give me some equipment. We can go over here and take a look at it. So right off the bat, we can take a look at Oda's forces. There are custom units depending on what region of Japan. Some factions, some daimyos will get access to different rosters. I think if you go more to the Mori, they'll have more like pirate type units, more lightly armored ship hands, etc. Whereas Oda is more focused around just like very good Ashigaru units. You can see he gets access to these veteran Ashigaru and other units which are, you know, very good, basic, decent troops, not quite samurai level, but still very good nonetheless. Then if you go over to stuff like the Shimazu off on the westernmost island, or the westernmost island, they'll have access to better guns and other things. So again, the unit rosters are similar, but still different nonetheless. And I think for the most part, we probably want to just go down this route. I mean, this is two-handed, right? Whereas this is also spear, and then this is katana. I mean, I want to be a good, you know, kind of solid katana wielder, so maybe we'll go down this route. However, I also feel like going down the bow route as well is never a bad idea, especially if we're fighting in sieges and stuff. But we'll upgrade. I think we'll upgrade right now. We'll get access to a spear. I mean, this just isn't great attire for fighting in sieges and stuff, but then we level up quite quickly to katana. I mean, this wouldn't be bad either. Like, these guys get access to, this would get access to a small blade. I also just kind of feel like maybe being a bowman in this early stages would not be bad. So that's what we might do, actually. Because then we'll get access to a small blade. We'll get access to some decent armor, or some light armor, and then some legs. And then, obviously a bow as well. Yeah, let's upgrade to this. Let's upgrade to this. I'm pretty sure we can still change, and we're not just locked into this route, I don't think, but yeah, we'll see. This is also a pretty important castle for Oda to take. It's obviously on the road to Kyoto if he wants to take that, but it also brings him one step closer to linking up with his castles over here in the south. He owns both Toba Castle and he owns Tosu Castle as well. So by conquering this city, it then leads him on to Hino and obviously down here, and then it kind of unifies his position right there. So soon he can do that before the Mishiyoshu get involved, the white and green faction get involved, the better. So next we're going to be moving on to the sieges of Shokuho. Again, they're incredible. They're really unique. And oh my god, this is not a good one for us, though. This is not a good one for us whatsoever. Luckily, we outnumber them by about 400, 500 men. But look at this thing. This is a completely custom siege map, and it's layered defenses as well. So one thing you'll notice is the AI will stagger their defenses. They're not going to push everybody forward to this inner gate. This is the first gate we need to fight through. Once we've taken that, we're going to push our way all the way around through this death trappers. Archers are positioned up on the wall. They're moving to it now, firing down. We're then going to have to break down this gate, make our way all the way up here. Again, continue to push forward, and then finally assault the inner layer. And these gates will close as you progress your way further forward. Of course, we also, oh my god, look at that arrow volley beginning. This entire time as well, we're going to be pushing up. You can see, is he got like a mortar? Is he killing it? No, he's got a gun, okay. For a second, I wasn't sure if he was killing himself or not, but the guns are initiating their fire. So let's push our way forward. We'll get as close to the defenses as possible. We'll be taking some fire, but I mean, my god, man, this looks incredible. And again, we are just a simple soldier in this. We don't have the ability to command our forces, to focus down the breaches wherever we need them to. We are just, simply pushing forward. Another thing as well, when it comes to the actual siege equipment, you don't get access to, siege towers like you would in medieval. You do get a battering ram, but you are also focused pretty heavily on these defenses right here, these parapets. So you actually build these defenses right here to give your archers better protection. And there is also a naval gun as well. You can see we have access to some ladders. So there's 3 ladders over there where we pushed up, and I imagine we'll also push up some more elsewhere. But yeah, our initial assault is going up. One of our lords is actually leading the assault as well, which I'm a big fan of seeing that. We're going to try and get ourselves up here. Hopefully our archers are doing an okay amount of damage. We're not losing too many men right now. But you can see, it's hard to, these murder holes are really hard to kill, and our archer's skill is not particularly great either. So we're going to be a little bit far behind, but they're already doing a pretty good job up there. Yeah, jumping over the walls. We have other ladders over here as well. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a hugely elite garrison. There's a lot of peasant militia and stuff, so we're going to be using that to our advantage. But yeah, let's just keep on firing in. We've got a lot of arrows making their way in as well, so let's just see if we can get some arrows in, see if we can get some damage in, because, oh my god, we already just took a huge hit there by a gun. I think it's maybe a better idea if we try and get inside the fortress. I'm going to sit back, I think. I'm going to sit back and hide and wait until we're inside, because right now my bow skill is just not good enough. And we're doing a pretty good job right here. A lot of our soldiers are breaking them down, doing some good damage. But of course, they've got their archers set up here firing in as we break our way in. They've got their other defenses right there as well. More infantry scattered around the fortress. And of course, they've got their final stand right here if they need it with more bowmen. They actually have a lot of bowmen right now as well. Which is kind of crazy. Okay, we are, pushing up our main assault right there. How are we looking on this side? Still hard fought, I think I'm just going to get one shot if I get away from this defense. My armor is so bad. And my bow skill is nowhere near good enough right now to do anything. Oh, we've actually got fire arrows though right now, which is nice. Yeah, our bow skill is so bad right now. Oh yeah, we have fire arrows because of this brazier right there. Yeah, so because we're right by this, actually gives us fire arrows, which is kind of cool, right? Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, how are we looking elsewhere? The gate is now being sieged. Yeah, the gate is being rammed, I think. Oh, they actually threw some men out? They threw a couple men out. I mean, he's not going to be doing too well, is he? As we continue to progress up here. I mean, they're holding the line, though. We are... Okay, we've broken through the right-hand side. Okay, I'm going to risk it. We're going to go. I'm going to see if I can make my way up here. Get myself in a good position just to get some damage, because again, every kill we get, every bit of damage we get in on the enemy is going to give us experience. We're going to use that experience to level up and progress our way to better armor, and that's what we really need is better armor, because as you guys saw, one shot did 70 damage to me, and that's just not gonna go well, taking a shot right there. Look at the battlefield as well. It's insane. Have they fallen back? To be fair, they might have fallen back to the inner layer already. to just get our way in. And our men are already pushing in as well. Yeah, our men are already overrunning this position and cutting down a few of their soldiers. Obviously, there's a lot of murder holes as well where archers are firing out of these, which we need to be careful. We might also run into some bugs as well where the AI isn't as optimal as it could be and stuff. Yeah, look at this. We're just getting hammered by shots right there. I don't even know where to stand. We're gonna like stand here and get shot immediately. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what we were expecting right there. You can see one of their lords right there holding the line. Yeah, it was always going to be brutal, our first siege battle as an archer as well. You can see them fighting on as well, getting cut down bit by bit. But we're overrunning this position. And then as soon as we're through here now as well. So yeah, breaking through here is going to help us out. But it just didn't really have the defense to hold us back right there. A lot of peasant infantry. And a lot of archers as well. They actually had maybe too many archers along this fortress. A lot of kind of weaker guns as well as he tries to reload. But yeah, he's getting cut down. And now we're going to break our way through to this inner layer. The last stand of a handful of archers. But again, yeah, they're down to what, 40 men right now. The actual armies are breaking their way through. And this is really good as well. Having a decent siege battle to begin with is very good. You'll see probably through these windows are actually coming up as they continue to fire off shots. You know, he is still firing off his bow, I think, or maybe he's surrendering, I don't know. There you go, the final gates do now close as well. So it just provides a really cool battle, you know. I'm a huge fan of these sieges. It's just obviously being very staggered. If you have like a decent garrison inside of the sieges as well, you're going to be in such a good position just to push on. And yeah, you're going to be like, you have really fun defensive sieges. I've already fought a bunch and they are such a blast. But I think this one is basically in our favor now. We're going to have enough. I did absolutely nothing there, got no kills. So it was really a bad showing for me, but that's fine. We're going to break through the final gate and finish off the remainder of the defenders. I'm still very glad, even though we didn't really contribute much to that, I'm still glad we got to show off one of these awesome sieges because they are definitely some of the high points of the campaign. And I think there's something like 11 custom siege maps in the game so far, which is really good. We also just gained a bunch of renown from that as well, which is huge. That's one of my biggest things. We're actually already clan rank 1. I maybe need to adjust my renowned thing a little bit because maybe it's a 1 point time. So sorry, it's at 150%, so it's 50% more than normal. But yeah, that's one of my biggest complaints about serve as a soldier is you'd end up like leaving the service of a lord and you would end up being like clan rank 0 still, and it would just always be like, oh, okay, I guess that's how it is. We actually have a crude katana, which I'm gonna equip right there. We also obtained ourselves a helmet. I mean, we're bald now, but I guess that's fine. Maybe a little bit more head armor will save us in the long run. Oh yeah, we also have this siege loadout as well, which we are utilizing as well, which we should probably give ourselves some equipment here as well. So this allows us to maybe go more archer focused in the sieges, which actually, thinking about it, maybe I should have gone down more the katana route instead. Yeah, maybe we should have gone down more of a katana route. Can we still do that or not? Yeah, we actually can't now. Maybe we're going to have to leave his service and rejoin. Yeah, so we're going to leave. He did say he was disappointed in me, but it's fine. And then we're going to rejoin him as well. So it's something I'd like to discuss. Hopefully we can just re-enlist in his army. Very well, my good friend. Yeah, and hopefully, I know it does still just tie us in. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I was hoping we could. Eventually, I think we're going to get to a point where we can be a samurai and then like a noble troop, and then we can then just change up. So we're immediately making our way forward. Again, we will check our inventory quickly just to make sure that we don't, we have access to all of our equipment, which we do, and then that should be fine, yeah. And then we'll have a quick katana there as well. Okay, and we are just immediately jumping into the next siege. We've made our way further south right now. So these are great opportunities for us to prove ourselves, and it's also great to be able to see all the custom castles as well as we progress on. So again, it's going to be a completely different castle. These are actually quite small ones as well that we're fighting in. Look how incredible this one is as well. It's like, oh, that's so cool, man. But yeah, these ones are actually relatively small compared to some of the massive ones that you can fight. But again, this is just a castle, I guess. So let's make our way up. Hopefully we'll avoid some fire. We want to just try and get a couple kills this time because each of them kills provides us with some really good experience and some other stats in there. It should be a little bit easy to hit these people as well because they are very much just yeah, they're very much a bit more out in the open, right? So a couple more arrows, as long as we focus down, should be able to arch their way over the defenses and hit them because, yeah, as you guys can see, they're a little bit more out in the open. But I mean, look at this fortress go. They've got a really nice setup right there. Good towers as well. The towers are also completely destructible as well, which is So crouch, I'll show you guys. Yeah, these towers can be destroyed with cannon fire because you can get naval cannons. So yeah, all these towers are completely destructible, but look at this, like, as we assault the position, it looks so cool. You also see as well there's less ladders this time as well. In the other fortress, there were 3 per side. This time it's only 2 as we push our way up right there to try and get some more kills. Yeah, we'll just continue to fire our shots in, see if we can maybe get any damage in on the enemy. It's not looking great though. These barricades are providing some... Oh, we got some damage. At least that's something. We're taking, of course, a lot of damage as well, but these braziers are providing us some pretty good defenses right now. I kind of want to get... I want to try and get in the fortress, I think. Because, yeah, right now we're going to be really struggling. Do we have a katana? Yeah, we do have a katana as well, so it's probably a good idea just to get up here and hope for the best, even though we're going to be getting shot. But yeah, even if I just suicide myself in, there's a lot less defenders this time. We still have 700 men. We're doing a pretty good job. We're looking at the gate. Yeah, the battering ram is almost up at the first gate, and we've actually already destroyed the inner gate as well. So if we can just break through here, or someone can open it, we're going to be in a good spot here. Obviously, we're into the killing fields right now from these towers and other things, but let's make our way in. It's also quite hard to tell who's who. You basically have to use the banners to tell who's who. Again, some units are a little bit more color coordinated, which is useful. But also a lot of the time units aren't also color coordinated, so it can get a little bit hard. Can we shoot through here or not? I don't know if this is gonna... Yeah, we can. Nice, cool. So maybe we just whip to our bow now. Maybe deal with these archer more than anything else. You also notice as well that guns do... Oh god, he's gonna shoot me. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Okay, he missed. Okay, let's go. Maybe just hit him in the arm. God, we hit the thing now. Okay, we're pushing up right now. Can I climb up? Oh, I can climb up here. Good, okay. I mean, he's gonna absolutely annihilate me, right? But I'm hoping we can just thread the needle. Get a headshot. Boom. That's what we're talking about. Okay, now we're getting some experience. Okay, let's just use the bamboo to our advantage. Pull out our bow. Nice. Boom. Another one. Yeah, we can use this as our advantage. Kind of almost use it against the enemy as well as we break our way through. You can see our banners right there. Okay. A little bit higher. He just saw an arrow whip through his leg and he's like, where did that come from? My friend. Oh, we're out of arrows now. Okay. Katana out. Let's get ourselves bloody and get involved in this. I mean, we are just overrunning the defenses here, getting shot to pieces. Yeah, we need to get through that gate. Come on. Break it down. Let me up. I'll help out. Let me up. There we go. Right, they wouldn't let me the entire way up, but the infantry has overrun the defenses now. We broke our way into the final layer, finished off and slayed the enemies. They didn't fall back all the way here, though. It just seemed like, I guess I just didn't have enough men, so I decided to make their stand here. Again, another absolutely banger settlement, and there's several more to mess with. And a lot of the other ones are like very large in scale as well, which is really impressive. But nice. Another settlement taken. Do we level up, or this is the loot we got? Well, this bow is slightly better, so we'll take it. And we got some more better shoes. We finally got some sandals now. Hell yeah. We're really going up in the world with our 2 kills. I doubt we can level up though. Yeah, we're still waiting quite a bit to level up. But this next upgrade should be pretty decent regardless. And as you can see, we're basically 1 settlement away right now from conquering this. If we can conquer this, then this gives us basically a completely united front now if anyone else decides to declare war on us elsewhere on the campaign map. One of the good things as well, and we'll probably stick a point in archery just so we can start leveling up. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to level up our archery when we're not even got points here. But yeah, one of the good things about using archery is it does level up athleticism very quickly as well. So we're just immediately coming down to conquer this extra land. I don't know where the armies are of this faction, but we're just immediately coming down and linking up our territory. I mean, I'd prefer this than not, but yeah, so far so good. The Civil War is also broken out with the Soma as well, which is interesting. We'll have to see who comes out on top of that. I also like the rebel flags as well, are pretty cool. But let's just go into our 3rd siege battle. Again, it'd be cool to get maybe a land battle or 2 in this episode, but we'll see. And here we are on another siege battle. Again, you can see this is one of the larger scale maps. Again, there's a lot of these like kind of smaller outposts right here, and you break your way through and then making your way up the mountain. As you can see, the AI is defending these positions with their lives, and I don't know if they'll have it. They are going to defend all the way back here, actually. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a longer one. It's probably going to be a bit more downtime, as I think we're going to be able to... They just don't have enough defenses to defend everything. So we should have a pretty good time of just breaking them down. And you can see this fortress isn't as like glorious as the as the other ones that we've been fighting on. You know, these walls are much shorter. There's not as much kind of protecting the soldiers. So I think we'll just get up and try and do as much damage as possible as we get up here. Obviously utilizing our bow. They obviously have towers up there as well. You don't even have to go to that fortress if you don't want to. That little bastion right there. But yeah, let's use our bow and maybe try and get some damage off some skills. Again, we're just really trying to, obviously kills are nice. Oh my god, we took a absolute smashing right there. I think we got hit by like a gun or something. But yeah, we're not necessarily trying to get kills here. We are just trying to get much experience. The headshots are going to be valuable as they just continue to defend here. Pretty easy pickings right now, but I'm not going to complain. Hey, let's pull out our sword, see if we can maybe take that guy down. Unfortunately, we are not as lucky as we continue to brawl out here. As I said, in these battles as well, it's a bit easier to see who you're fighting because they're basically peasants right now. We're fighting the better soldiers. The samurai of the guard will be further back up the settlement, but yeah, unfortunately we do go down. But I mean, it still gives us time to enjoy this, and you'll see we're gonna break through this inner layer now. That's gonna probably make quick work. Yeah, they're already pushing up here. I think we're going to send some soldiers over to deal with this this position over to the left-hand side. Yeah, only this lone soldier. Okay, let's stick with this lone soldier, but I'm interested to see if he can clear out this position by himself. He's been told to deal with this, so let's see. He's already taken an arrow to the shoulder. Yeah, there's one. Okay, he's got one down. I mean, there's several more to deal with. This archer position, I think he's going to get riddled with arrows, honestly. Okay. The guy's only just pulling out his blade now. It's only a small one. Yeah, it's only a dagger. Okay, a little defense right there. Okay, reinforcements are on the way. Taking him down as well. Gonna take one more arrow. No, he does get it before he does. Okay, well. And then his samurai friend comes and clears up and takes the rest of the glory for himself. Everyone else up here, again, is just pushing into the next layer right there. So smashing down that inner gate, taking more arrows as well. But yeah, we as you guys saw, we took 90 damage. I think it was a gun that did it that time. It was like a matchlock rather than a bow, because we got absolutely smashed for like 90 damage there. Yeah, we're gonna need to get better armor, sooner the better. The attackers are now on this inner layer right now. There's not much left for them to try and defend. You can see the towers are now being overrun. The remnants of the archers being hit pretty hard. They actually have, what, 2 more layers left, actually. Yeah, this is such a big settlement. So if you stack this with a lot of soldiers, I think it was a very hard settlement to take, which is kind of cool, right? Because when you've got your own castles and stuff and you actually like focus on the garrisons being pretty thick, they're actually going to be really defensible. But you can see them breaking their way in. They've just got, what, like 1? Yeah, I don't think the AI has enough men to garrison this far. They have men back here, though, so actually they're going to go all the way up. And just look how insane this siege has been, right? We initiated here, and then we broke through there, made our way all up here, then through here. You can see some soldiers being a little bit glitchy right there. Then all the way up here. Then all the way up here, which is where... No, this is where we're at now. And then finally up here. It looks like these gates are a little bit easy to break down as well, so they go a bit quicker. Now finally, they're in the last castle defenses right there, just clearing off the remnants of soldiers. So anyway, it still wasn't like a crazy long battle, like a 16-minute battle, which I sped through a lot of it because I went down quite quickly. But you can see like these sieges are really impactful and good. Oh, and look at that as well. So Oda has now formed an alliance with the Ashukage. Interesting. Okay, so alliances are being formed. Can we see who? This must be scripted as well, yeah. So the defenses have been overrun now. We got some more loot, which we're going to take again. They're not really worth anything, but we'll take what we can get given. Oh, and then look at that. Yeah, so we won. Yeah, we won. Beautiful stuff. So I think by Oda conquering that, and then I guess they must have sent their armies over to Kyoto, or maybe this event just triggered it. Yeah, I wonder if this event, just like us conquering all of this, like defeating this faction, has triggered us winning. But yeah, we now sit on our alliance block now sits. So a new shogun sits. Oda Nobunaga has successfully marched on Kyoto and installed the next new shogun of Japan. Although this was done with the intention of strengthening the Ashukage shogunate, we'll soon realize he is another puppet shogun like the one before him. Nice. Well, hey, I'm not complaining. And yeah, you can see we destroyed this faction, beautiful stuff, and then we made peace as well. Hey, that's yeah, I mean, not to complain. A new rebel faction has immersed itself as well. Do we level up? Yeah, our two-handed did go up a little bit, so we're gonna probably just take swing speed, right? Damage to the head is nice as well, but yeah, swing speed is going to be way more important. I doubt we're close to the next level up, but we're not quite there. So I'd imagine we're going to go into a bit of a time of peace now, right? We can obviously go into stuff, we can obviously visit taverns, and we can, of course, sell some goods that we have left over. So a lot of these helmets and stuff, which we just don't need. A little bit of extra money, nothing to complain about. We can also smith as well, so maybe I should have kept that. We are also at war with a few other factions as well. So yeah, we're at war with just 2 factions to the north. I'm not sure if we're going to head up there. I mean, again, it's not a crazy path up there, so we might, after like some recruitment and stuff, we might make our way northwards to deal with these guys. Hopefully we will. And the fall of the Triple Alliance. Okay, so the fragile Triple Alliance between the Takeda, the Hojo, and the Imagawa clans have finally collapsed. The Takeda have invaded the Surgar province of the Imagawa with the help of the Tokugawa, but the Usagi have agreed to come to their aid. Now the Takeda faces a 2-front war with minimal allies, which will decide the fate of the region. So yeah, so these guys are at war, the Takeda are at war with a lot of people, right? Yeah, they're at war with basically all the minor factions. Oh, wow. Who are we fighting? Is this just like a rebellion faction or what? But I did say I wanted a land battle before the end. I think this is just like a rebel faction, maybe? Yeah, I don't know, because they are just like literally independent. Oh, they're mercenaries, it says. So they are mercenary companies and mainly transport vessels. They have many clans in their logistical efforts, but are not known for their military prowess. Well, let's hope that hopefully that is the case, because it would kind of suck to lose our first land battle. It is also nighttime as well, and I do understand that YouTube doesn't do a great job of it, but I'll brighten it a little bit in Premiere, and hopefully it'll come across quite nicely. So let's take a look. What type of, I mean, we have been fighting sieges, so our army should be somewhat upgraded. We have a lot of like armored infantry. And then they just have a lot of missiles, yeah. Okay, so the missiles are going to be the problem. We have next to no cavalry either, and we're already getting like hammered by arrow fire as well, which is never a good sign. But yeah, let's maybe just start firing some shots off. Again, having literally no armor also doesn't help, but there's just basically like just duck behind someone. Yeah, I mean, that's just, we're just going to go down, unfortunately. We can maybe... Nice, snipe him. Good, good, good. Can we get on this horse? I would not complain about that. No, not good enough skill. Okay, can we use the horse as a shield? Because yeah, the arrow fire is going to be brutal. I think our best bet is just to get him as blob. We do have our katana. We just have our small knife as well, yeah. It's just to get him this and then hope we can maybe get some damage in. Maybe pick up a katana. That'll give us some more damage. And then, yeah, even if I just get a couple, like a kill, I would not complain there. Just be very careful, because the AI will be more than happy to shoot through me. And yeah, now this is where it becomes kind of bad. And I can imagine us just going down. We will crouch behind our own men. Of course, we need to just get into melee combat with our archers, because they are going to be cutting us down until we do, yeah. I mean, I'm on 1 HP now, so I don't think I'm lasting too much there. I think we honestly do just end up losing this battle, because, yeah, we're just getting shot to pieces. Archers, Bannerlord, always going to be king. And especially with cavalry not being a huge thing. So I think we do end up losing this battle, which kind of sucks. But, you know, as the saying goes, I am just a simple soldier. So there's nothing really much more I can do here but sit back. And when we go defeat, I mean, we got some kills at least. Okay, we got a kill or 2. So that's at least something. Yeah, but yeah, so we just wait at camp here. So what happens? Are we just a prisoner now, or? Okay, so we did actually crash when we were taken prisoner right there. Again, keep in mind that this is still, you know, very much a work in progress, and all these bugs are being fixed all the time. But yeah, it seems like when we got put in prison, that did end up causing us a issue or 2. So let's make sure we go back. We'll sell our goods. Once again, just feet and shoes. We'll keep everything else though, just for a little bit more money. And then we, of course, leveled up as well. And we took the swing speed. Even if it's only 3%, it does obviously add up. Okay, this time we actually have a tournament here, so we're going to take our chances here. Again, we've got up to 50 two-handed now, so our stats are definitely getting up there. Oh, it's a banner. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good banner. What, it's a 30% reduction in damage? I will definitely take that. This is not a good tournament for us, though, because these guys with arrows are going to hurt, especially if they 2v1 us as well, so we're going to have to try our best to dodge and kill our opponent before we get killed ourselves, or they get killed, because I can't dodge 2 people at once, unfortunately. Okay, luckily we did do it just as he died, because yeah, this guy is gonna just kill me. Let's pull out our blade and see if we can maybe take him down this way. Oh my god, we did as well. He was so low. Okay, we got a level up from that, so that's pretty poggers. Let's go in again. So yeah, this is where we're gonna really struggle, because These guys are so much faster than me. And even if we try, they're still just so much faster than me with a blade. It's so much harder to get the kills, and our athleticism still isn't good enough. But again, we leveled up from it, so it's worth it in the long run. And yeah, our archery actually also went up, so we're going to take another point in archery, I think, just to keep that going. Definitely headshots doing more damage is going to be clutch. It's going to allow us to win these tournaments more effectively. It's going to just do so much more. Can we level up as well? It's going to let me? No upgrade quite yet. Because yeah, getting that second tier bow would be very useful. Look at the Imagawa. They are, the Tokugawa. They are at war with a lot of people right now. Yeah, a lot of people. You can see they're actually already being sieged as well. Which is not looking good. I'm interested to see how the wars shape out and as factions do conquer. I've definitely found the diplomacy in this can be a bit hit or miss. Obviously, they've integrated diplomacy in and made some adjustments. I definitely do think it would be cool to make the AI more aggressive just in general. I don't want them maybe as much of a level as, say, the Old Realms, the Warhammer mod, where it's just constant war and factions just never make peace or anything like that. I get that, but I think maybe having more factions be more aggressive, because I would like to see, as the game progresses, even if it's not historically accurate, I'd like to see like these big superpower kingdoms rising everywhere. I'd like the Mori to conquer a bunch of islands. I'd like the Shimazu to conquer everything quickly, and so on and so on. But obviously it's a really hard balance to actually go and achieve. And we've just made peace as well with someone else. We made peace with someone else. Don't know who though, because we were only really at war with this guy. Okay, I think I'm going to end my service with this guy. Just for now, because I want to see what's happening up here, if Oda is sending any armies, and maybe just enlisting someone else's army if he is, because yeah, it is just a path up here, so it's like not like he's that far away from other factions. I've also noticed as well, there's not like a crazy, like the bandits are very concentrated. If you go out to like the Mori lands, there's so many more pirates and other factions like that. You'll notice the odd ones scattered around, but we're actually pretty good, and luckily as well, because of our cultural stuff, we're actually faster than this guy. We're actually going to rest up a little bit here, and this also gives us a good like little avenue to see if anyone's making their way through or anything. Doesn't look like they are right now. Okay, cool. Is there anything like better we can buy? Oh my god, I sold all my... Did I sell? No, okay, it's just here. Yeah, we should probably switch this over to our normal loadout whilst we're not a... We'll just come back here. There's one more tournament on, so I think we'll do one more tournament just to see how things go. And again, I'm not just going to like blindly stay on the a faction if it's not really kind of doing us any favors whatsoever. Let's see if we can get stuck in here. Oh, I so blocked that. That's fine. We'll block that I blocked that as well. Okay, well, there's 400 gold we'll never see again. But yeah, I'm also going to move around as well. I'm going to go where I can be most used. Maybe after this war, Oda chills out for like 20-30 years, or like 20-30 days, and then maybe we go join the Takeda and we see if we can rise through their ranks and get some skills. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to probably wrap up today's episode. If you guys are enjoying this, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. It really does help out. We got some very cool sieges, and we leveled up some decent stats right away off the bat. Like, yeah, 50 is nice right there. Having our athleticism up to 50 as well is good. Our bow skill's getting there as well. It's slow but steady work. It's honest. It's not much, but it's honest work. So yeah, I think maybe next episode, let me know what you guys think. But I think we're gonna head our way over to the Takeda and join up, because I imagine they're busy fighting across the empire right now. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies scattered around, so there's a lot of enemies for them to fight. And as I said, I don't think Oda is going to send an army northwards. He might, and if he does, we'll join it, but for now, we'll just chill. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Drop a like, drop a comment if you enjoyed. Check out the playlist, and I'll see you guys in the next one.